the Nigerian government has adopted the Affordable Housing Policy Scheme with a view to partnering with the private sector to provide quality but affordable housing with necessary facilities. In this context, the Nigerian government is beginning to put in place more structured, better organized and robust mortgage system to enable individuals and corporate entities to more easily access funds for housing development from the African Development Bank and other financial institutions. Furthermore, government has set up the National Housing Fund and the Nigerian Mortgage Refinancing Company for better and more secure funding. What is more, a national social housing bill is also in the works. I believe the representative of the Minister of Housing will throw more light on this. Investors can ever be confident that there is a never shortage of off-takers for completed projects, given the size and the trajectory of the Nigerian economy, with or without security challenges. I make this assertion because Nigeria is today the biggest economy in Africa with a GDP of over 510 billion United States dollars. According to the authoritative McKinsey Global Institute, the Nigerian GDP is projected to grow to over 1.6 trillion US dollars by the year 2030, taking into account that the economy has consistently grown at an average rate of 77% also in the year 2012 and 2013. That's the past 2 years. Nigerian in diaspora worldwide remitted 22 billion and 21 billion respectively to the Nigerian economy through the formal banking sector, and a chunk of this money is spent on provision of houses. This combination of factors of growing economy, growing population size, growing middle class, rising income, expanding urbanization, the youthfulness of the population, etc., explain the robust nature of the housing market, and that is why there are never shortage of off-takers. Another area of interest is the development of infrastructure that is related to housing. The deregulation of power in Nigeria for increased provision of electricity would further have salutary effect on the growth of the housing market in Nigeria. The expectation is that after the initial teething problem arising from the deregulation, the Nigerian homes and factories will benefit from increased electricity generation capacity to power their needs. Relatedly, companies are also coming forward to propose alternative sources of energy such as solar, winds, and etc., which is adding to Nigerian energy mix. The provision of potable water in Nigerian cities and towns continue to pose challenges, but also present opportunities for investors. However, government is taking keener interest in this sector, and over 100 dams have either been rehabilitated or constructed in the country so as to take full advantage of the various water bodies that abound with a view to providing water for electricity, for agriculture, tourism, domestic use, which could encourage housing